Hello YouTube people, in today's video I'm going to show you how this beautiful watch from Casio looks like on these custom straps. This video is sponsored by AliExpress. AliExpress gave me a budget which I was free to spend on whatever I want for my videos, and I bought some Casio watches. Thank you AliExpress. And I want to show you real quick how the packaging looks like, because I never seen such packaging from Casio, but you know, it's been a while since I bought a watch from Casio. So I bought actually 3 Casio watches, and that's nice that they arrive in metal boxes. That's nice, very nice packaging for relatively cheap watches, you know. So this watch came in this box. Let me quickly show you all around if you care how the packaging looks like. Okay, so let's just quickly look around. A lot of padding for just a simple you know, digital watch. That's quite an excessive amount of protection, I must say, which is nice actually. So anyway, such are the papers I can find inside. Full manual in multiple languages, as I understand. A lot of some kind of papers, unsigned though, which I believe this is a gray market thing, but you know, you still have a coverage of AliExpress, considering if something goes wrong, you know, if something would go wrong, you always are covered by bias protection from AliExpress, you know that, keep in mind. So other two, let me quickly show you what I bought. Where is it? Here it is. This awesome thing, man. This I knew that I'm gonna like it, but boy, I like this watch quite a lot. This is such an awesome watch. Yeah, I'm gonna make separate video about this watch. Awesome watch. And this one, I already knew that I'm gonna like it. I actually bought this watch for my mom, and I'm gonna make separate video about this watch as well, in which I'll compare this watch versus the same watch but with small numbers. So also amazing watch. This is just one of the best, one of my favorite. I really love these. And this one, speaking about initial impressions, one thing that stood out is that, you know, I never saw this watch in person, in real life. When I took this watch out of the box, was actually the first time I saw it in person, and I was actually surprised how small it is. It's like I didn't expect this watch to be this small, this cute, and it definitely gives off the same kind of vibe in terms of the sizing as F91W. You know, it's not much different. It's slim, it's small. I absolutely love it. The form factor is just wonderful for my small wrist. So yeah, I really like it. The first impressions are just really positive. And the reason why I went for this color is because I did voting on YouTube, and this is the color that won the same day. Okay, I started the voting, and in the evening it was like this color was winning by 33%, and second was black with 30% of votes. So I bought this one. But stupid thing with YouTube votes is that I cannot stop the votes once the decision is done, you know. So as I see it right now, black one is actually winning. So I just wanted to explain you why you see this color on my wrist right now, because at the moment when I bought this one actually was the winning one. And the question is, am I disappointed with this color? No, not even a bit. I was actually worried a little bit that the black might gonna win, because I wasn't really sure if I want black, because black tends to look a little bit boring sometimes. But this one looks awesome. I really like it. It does remind me a little bit of Tissot PRX that I had. Yeah, it looks awesome. It's a very lovely color. Technical specifications and measurements, which I have done myself. The weight of this watch off the bracelet, just case alone, weighs 12 grams. Just 12 grams. It's basically weightless, this watch. Side to side dimension without the buttons is 29.7. Lug to lug distance 38.7. Lug width is 18, thickness is 8.2 millimeters. This watch is chrome plated plastic. The battery life according to Casio should be around 3 years. On top it has acrylic crystal, and water resistance rating is 30 meters. That's how this watch looks like on my 16.5 centimeter or 6.5 inches wrist with its original bracelet. And this bracelet surprised me just as much as the watch itself, probably, I would even say, because my expectations for this bracelet were as bad as they can get. As far as I remember, Casio bracelets tend to be really nasty, you know, they tend to be sharp and catch onto hair very badly and pull the hair, but I don't know, maybe Casio has improved over time, or maybe this specific model has a decent bracelet. But all I can tell you is that, look, my arm is rather hairy, I must say, so I'm very good for testing this thing. And it just doesn't catch my hair, this bracelet. I'm really surprised. It does catch a little bit sometimes, occasionally, okay, when the watch is sitting on my wrist, sometimes it just... But it happens like once a day, perhaps, and just barely noticeable. It just kinda sometimes politely reminds you that you have a Casio on your wrist, but no, I haven't found it to be annoying, nothing like that. It's just, yeah, look, no problems whatsoever. I'm really surprised by that. So looking at the structure of this bracelet, look, it's folded metal bracelet, but it's done really nicely, I must say. I see no sharp ends, no sharp bits, even the very sides of the bracelet. It's nicely done, you know, no sharpness, absolutely no sharpness. That's really surprising. And edges of the bracelet itself, you know, I can compare to other watches from AliExpress, for example, what you would normally see on this channel. And speaking about sharpness, I would say, well, average, well, it's a little bit better than average, I would say, in terms of the sharpness. I'm really surprised by this bracelet. I've actually worn this watch yesterday all day long on its original bracelet, on this bracelet, and I felt no discomfort. This watch just disappears on my wrist. I feel like nothing, okay? This watch just super light, this bracelet is super slim, and even, you know, sitting on the table, I usually hate when bracelets bang into the table, but it is so slim. I don't know, I don't even notice it. I don't mind wearing this watch on this bracelet. It feels wonderful. It looks great. You know, it has this iconic Casio image, and I'm really surprised, but I really like this watch on its original bracelet. Let's take a look at the case. So this is a plastic chrome plated case. Nothing too spectacular, but all I can tell you is that chrome-plated watches tend to shine really nicely. That's for sure. The chrome plating itself creates really nice, even reflections, I would say. And yeah, this watch definitely stands out as a shiny object on the wrist, for sure. And it's a little bit of a, you know, fingerprint magnet, for sure, but it's nice. It is nice. So I just... you know, mandatory shot of the case. I just want to show you all around how it looks like. And it has drilled locks. It shows that Casio really knows their customer base. They really know that this watch is gonna get custom straps, potentially. Very high potential that the customer is gonna try custom straps, you know? Casio knows their customers very well. Let me show you the case back. If you care what's written, Japan movement, cased in China, water resistant stainless steel back. Okay, that's how it all looks all around. Speaking about the dial, I wanna get one negative thing straight out of the way. You know, this is a tiny watch with tiny LCD screen and with tiny shiny hands on a shiny dial. So you see where I'm going with this. Reading time on this watch requires good light and good eyes seeing small things. Two major things, how could I describe this watch, is I would say it has very sharp image, very sharp and very sophisticated image. That's what I like about this watch very much. It is very dressy watch. That's the thing what I like about it. I like dress watches. Well, I like all kinds of watches, to be honest with you, but I like that this watch has very strong dressy vibe. You know, you could easily wear this watch with a suit, I would say, and it wouldn't look out of place. It's very classy, very sharp, sophisticated looking watch. I love this image, absolutely love it. And the color, this is like ice blue, I would call it, ice blue color. I would call it, and it does remind me very much Casio PRX that I had. The size and the color, it does look rather similar to that Casio PRX, and yeah, I like it. I think it's awesome. Let me show you the functionality of this watch real quick. This is not a tutorial, just a simple walk through the functions. This tiny button, only thing it does, it sets the time on the analog watch, and this analog watch is completely separate thing from this digital LCD thing. Let me show you real quick. So if I keep pressing this button, it advances the minute hand a little by little, and if you keep it holding down, it moves faster, still rather slow I must say. So you will need quite a bit of patience adjusting time on this analog watch, and be careful not overstepping, because as far as you know there is no way of coming back in time, so you will have to go all circle all around, which takes quite a while. Now these buttons on the left function a little bit differently what you will normally see on other Casio watches. Let me show you, for example, on F91W the bottom button goes through the menu, right? Like that, but on this watch it's the function of the top button goes through the menu. So real quick, what do we have? This is first number is month, second number is date, and the last thing is Thursday, shows the day. Next thing is alarm, in which you can set hourly beep charm as well. Just hold this button. Okay, now move to the next thing, and the next thing you can turn on and off this alarm or hourly beep charm if you want, so leave everything off. Okay, next thing is dual time zone. You can set this timer to whatever you want. Next thing is stopwatch. That's how you start it, that's how you stop it, and hold the same button down to reset it, like that. Next is another clock, yet another clock. So yes, as far as I understand, this watch can actually display 3 time zones because it has 3 clocks. Moving next, and this is month, date and day. So that's how functionality looks like on this watch. Finally, the fun part of the video. Let's see how this watch looks like on a bunch of custom straps. Starting with this Milanese bracelet. The grain size is 1 millimeter. This one, very nice bracelet, I must say. It does look definitely very good, very fitting on this watch, style wise, and it feels good. It feels good. Let's see how this vintage style suede leather strap looks like on this watch, and I think it looks great. I'm not sure about the stitching. I believe it will look better without the stitching, but this color, this bright brown color, I think looks great as a combination with this ice blue dial. It basically is the same intensity. That's nice. It looks really good. So I believe there is a version available without stitching. It would look definitely better without stitching. It's good. It looks really good. And by the way, fitting even thick straps like this one inside lugs of this watch, it's a snug fit, but it's still, as you can see, I'm not forcing it in. It's actually fine. Nice combination. Another suede leather strap. This one does not have that stitching and is gray. I think it matches this watch also just perfectly fine. Gives off a little bit of a feminine image, I would say. Definitely a unisex looking combination. Very clean, light, somewhat sophisticated as well. Nice. This is brown discoloration leather strap. That's how it's called, the discoloration leather strap. That's how it looks like on this watch, and it's kind of okay, but I'm not sure. It creates a little bit too much of a contrast image for my liking. This dial is very bright, this strap is very dark, so I'm not sure about this combination, to be honest with you. It doesn't look bad, but I don't know. By the way, this is the only strap that they have that has this leather sign. Very good feeling leather strap. And another brown leather strap. This one is a little bit brighter and it's a little bit more interesting because it has those holes. and I think this one actually looks okay. I like this better than the previous one. Yeah, this one looks nice on this watch. This is wool wave leather strap, very flexible, very comfortable strap, definitely one of my favorites. And that's how it looks like on this watch. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. It does have rather strong vintage aesthetics, this strap, but somewhat on this Casio that doesn't look out of place. It actually looks fine, in my opinion at least. And I really like these brown keepers on this strap. Has a nice color contrast. Looking good. And I know that some of you wanna know if it is possible to fit this watch on a nylon strap, and the answer is yes, on a slim nylon strap like this one. Yeah, it's actually possible. It's a little bit of a snug fit, and it does look rather nice, I must say, especially in this particular color combination when the intensity of color matches this nicely. It does look actually pretty good, I must say, pretty good. But I would like to give you a little word of advice with this watch fitting on nylon straps and changing straps in general, is that never forget that these lugs are actually plastic. This is just a tiny bit of plastic, and you should be very gentle changing straps on this watch. Because, well, when the watch is still fresh, it's alright, I guess, but once the watch is a little bit older, it goes through multiple heat cycles, you know, winter, summer, whatever, and plastic becomes brittle. And I've seen plenty of situations on Reddit where people broke off those lugs on multiple plastic Casio watches. So just keep that in mind and always be gentle changing straps on this watch. That's all. For the ending, let's put this watch back on its original bracelet, which I like surprisingly a lot. I just like this original iconic Casio image, you know, on this original Casio bracelet. Even though there is quite a difference. The bracelet is stainless steel, the case is chrome plated plastic, so difference is really noticeable, but I somewhat don't care. I don't know, this is Casio after all. This is how it's supposed to look like. This is iconic image, and I don't have a problem with that. Although I must admit, this watch is a lot of fun on custom straps. Changes the image of this watch quite a lot, and it's a lovely watch. Just all in all, lovely watch. It's like, it's a little bit of a toy, you know. It's a fingerprint magnet, it's a scratch magnet. It's a toy, but it's a very lovely, very beautiful toy that has very strong character. It has very, you know, distinctive character, this watch. It's very sharp, very sophisticated looking, dressy looking watch. I love that. It's awesome. Very nice looking watch. And why now I started buying Casio watches from AliExpress? Because there is a very good reason for that. For the first time ever, Casio actually got cheaper on AliExpress than it is on my local shopping malls. So for me, that's a very good reason to start actually getting some Casio watches from AliExpress. You know, I could buy them for whatever the price as long as I fit within the budget, but it's just, for myself personally, there has to be some kind of logical reasoning behind that, so I could do that guilt-free, you know. And finally I can actually do that, because it's a very good reason to do that, because these Casio watches that I got are simply cheaper on AliExpress than they are on my local shopping malls right now. Not all Casio watches on AliExpress are cheaper though, but for the first time ever we at least are getting there. So I hope this trend continues, and I wish to see more Casio models on AliExpress, because at a first glance it looks like there are plenty of Casio watches, but honestly, once you start scrolling and looking around, I wish to see a little bit more assortment in the future, because I do really like Casio watches. This is what this channel originally started on Casio. There are plenty of videos about Casio watches on this channel, because there is something special about Casio, something where I can't really put my finger on and tell exactly why, but there is certain vibe about Casio watches that I really like. But for that has to be some, you know, logical incentive based on the price. Price has to be reasonable. So finally it is. So we may gonna see more Casio watches on this channel. Again, by the way, this is the very first watch. The very first video on this channel is about this particular watch. I still have it as my memory. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.